Hey guys, Linux here at the 2025 SEMA show in Las Vegas. Here to check out some of the sponsored builds we have. Let's go check them out. All right, this is our first stop for Linux with Dahya and his 2024 Ford F350. This is another truck guru project we worked on. It's a super cool truck, and we worked with Linux and McKinney Frisco to put a max bed liner in this. And what we really like about it is Jay owns a construction business, so he puts this bed liner to use every single day.
This is my 24 F350. I use this every day for my construction company. So we use it daily. I use the bed all the time. So I wanted the best thing for the bed, which is a Linux bed liner in the Max platform. I did the upgraded fuel tank since we have equipment, Gen Y torsion hip to help with hauling anything big, and then a full Wicked 8-inch lift kit, which is functional and looks good. My friends over at Duraflap helped me out and made a custom set of mud flaps. I wanted to be something that looks good and performs really well, so we did a Duraflap white flap with a chrome overlay, tied it in with a blue and chrome lift and blue and chrome wheels, and then make our way around. Next level mats. We did a set of custom mats for when you're getting in and out of the truck. Work boots always beat up these factory steps. And then Main Event hooked me up with some custom emblems that you'll see on the rear hitch of the Gen Y, and then the side emblems with our custom name on them. Did a cooling hood from Cervini, and then aftermarket bumpers from Flog with the upgraded billet hooks. So we need to pull any equipment out or get something out of the way, definitely able to do it with that. On a big dually truck like this, you'll notice when you buy them from factory, the front comes with factory liners, but the rears do not. So the guys over at Frisco McKinney helped me out with ultra liner on the inner fenders, and then a little bit of undercoating to help tie everything together and make it look cohesive.
Hey guys, we're here at stop number 2. We're here with Tommy and his 2025 GMC Sierra 3500. He's gonna show off a couple of the accessories he's excited about. Plus we sponsored him with a Linux LXP tonneau cover.
So obviously we got the tonneau cover up here. It's a beautiful addition. We got the American Force wheels with the Mickey Thompson tires. We have a Kelderman full air ride conversion kit on the truck. It takes it from leaf springs to a full air ride system. We have a Cognito leveling kit up front with your Flog Industries bumpers, all nice and color matched to the truck. We have a compound turbo kit on the truck. We have an Overkill Fab grill on the truck. Really beyond that, we just took the factory appearance of it and made it a little bit prettier.
So we worked with our franchise Linux of Santa Maria to supply Tommy with the Linux LXP hard folding tonneau cover. It's got a special coating that protects the tonneau cover from sun exposure. So we're here at the Delente Tire featured location with Truck Guru. We're going to take a look at Paul Dumas's 2023 Ram 2500. We worked with Elevated Off-Road Lab to upfit this a bit for the SEMA show. For this Ram 2500, we worked with Linux of Western Maine to put a renew application on an existing Linux premium bed liner. The owner of this truck's an avid outdoorsman, so we sold him a Retrax tonneau cover to work along with the rack system. And since he does hunting and fishing, we also hooked him up with the Linux Expedition storage case to keep the gear accessible on top of the rack. What's up guys? Day 2 of the SEMA show. We're at the Caliber booth with Jason from Pro Speed Off-Road. Longtime Linux advocate. We're here to show you some of the Linux coatings we supported him with for the SEMA show. Hey Jason, let's go take a look at the truck.
Awesome.
You want to give us an idea of what you were looking to accomplish here with the bed of the truck?
Well, we definitely wanted to give it the ultimate protection. We are going to be off-roading and overlanding. And so one of the things we want to be able to do when we get back is to be able to clean everything easy. Everything being covered in Linux, we can just hose it off, dry it down, and we're good to go.
What were you doing with Kicker? Because this speaker box is really cool.
So that kind of migrated from what was originally just going to be one of their little marine subwoofers to we built this recovery rack to host our recovery wheel. And we're like, why don't we just put a ginormous box in there? But then, you know, because the box is actually made out of wood or MDF, then poses the problem of how you protect it from, you know, rocks and mud and, you know, water. I knew the choice was to Linux the thing, which actually makes it not only protected, but it matches everything else. And I never have to worry about any deterioration of the box.
We're in the Caliber booth. You want to talk about these recovery tracks a bit?
Yeah, so one of the biggest things with any recovery tracks is your pedestals typically will break off. You know, we wanted to not have that happen because these things are not cheap.
Yeah.
When I have to use these, if I do, and I'm going to pretend like I don't ever need to use them, I can hose them off. and then I put them right back. And then the Line-X also gives the studs the protection to not break off.
You told us that you've done Line-X projects for years now. Is there any special projects that come to mind before this one?
Yeah, for about 14 years now, we've actually used Line-X as an option instead of painting engine bays. We've had a Mustang shop for 18 years, and you know, everybody wants their engine bay to look nice. I can strap, you know, 700-800 horsepower, but they like it to look pretty too. So instead of our clients paying thousands of dollars to paint an engine bay, we've utilized Line-X, which is more durable than paint. I can tint it in any color that you want, have it match the color scheme of the car, half the cost, and the protection is twice as good. So when we partnered up with EGR USA to put these fender flares on, if I have rocks fly up and hit this, it's not going to damage the polyurethane. If I have mud hit it, I'm going to spray it off with water. The durability that this gives it just takes apart from being super awesome to even better. And then we actually ended up doing the inner fender liners as well on the front and the rear, so that again, when those rocks and dirt are flying up, they're not damaging the body of the car. I don't have to worry about rust. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And we've got a sexy suspension, so we want to make everything look complete. So you can't have a truck without it being complete. So we've got kicker audio speakers on the door, PCA enclosures for the sub box. Underneath our cat skin seats that we did a full tire tread patch on, we've got another kicker box, so definitely completed it out.
All right, this is really cool being at the Caliber booth, checking out Jason's 2015 F-150, and a big shout out to Line-X at Pasadena for taking care of everything you saw in this truck. Now we're gonna head outside and look at his 2025 F-150 Tremor, which also has some cool accessories.
All right, so in our 2025 Ford Tremor, we decided to go with the new Max coating. We're gonna be doing a lot of hauling of heavy equipment. We're gonna be pulling our new trailer with our truck. And so we're gonna have whole lot of heavy equipment in the bed of this truck. So we decided to go with the new Max. Why not take something that's good and already make it even better?
All right, also along with the Line-X Max bed liner, we sprayed the fenders. He's got aftermarket wheels on this truck. And if you take a look underneath, Ask for 4x4 did all the skid plates underneath the truck to keep it protected as well. Want to give a big thank you to Jason. Thank you, Jason. Also Line-X at Pasadena for helping out on both of Jason's trucks. Now we're gonna go over to Truck Guru and take a look at another one of our partnerships for the SEMA show. What's up, guys? It's our last stop of the day. We're here with Chris and his 2025 Toyota Tundra. This is another one of our Truck Guru partnership builds along with Fittipaldi wheels. We equipped Chris with this Line-X Max bed liner and a retractable Line-X tonneau cover. We're gonna let Chris walk around and tell you a little bit more about his truck.
Hey guys, I'm Chris Fort Worth. Thanks to Line-X for the big cover and the spray liner. Truck's called Never Satisfied. And the reason why it's called Never Satisfied is I'm never satisfied. There's always something I can do to the truck, something to change, something to add on to it, something to take off. So I'll give you a little tour real quick. Gen Y was one of the good sponsors, provided me the hitches with a bolt. Ramshell Customs, we built the suspension, all the sway bars, did all the powder coating, also did the grill in the front. And then we have Lucky's Wraps out of Fort Worth, they did all the wrap job. And then Matt out of Canada and myself came up with the design of the truck.
One of the things that stands out the most is the suspension on this truck is insane. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, it's actually, again, it's Ramshell custom built. It's a one of one. It's a 20-inch lift. The only 20-inch lift on a new Toyota Tundra. I wanted to go extreme this time. I was like, you know what? I had a 12-inch last time and I felt like a little guy out here. And I was like, let's take the Toyota and stretch it where somebody else has never stretched it before. So Ramshell did that. We partnered up with Lock Shocks to help it all happen. That's actually a 24-inch shock and a 14-inch shock compressed together. So there's a lot of shock there.
All right, another thing that stood out to me are these steps.
I came up with a little catchy name, Playtime's Over. You know, you go to these shows and people have those little slings, and I was like, you know what, Playtime's over. Here we come now. So that's why we made it, and it actually tied in real well.
As we mentioned, we partnered up with Truck Guru, and Chris's main sponsor is Fittipaldi Wheels.
I went with Fittipaldi. It was kind of funny. They sent me some wheels and they didn't fit. Toyotas, as we know, they're 6-lug, not 8-lug. So Fittipaldi stepped up to the plate, redid their wheels for me. So it's a prototype that just got launched on some Venom Terra Hunter tires.
All right, guys, that's a wrap for us here at the SEMA show. The sun's going down. We're going to hit the road. I want to give a special shout out to all of our sponsors and partners, especially Chris here.
Thank you.
His Tundra is insane, and we look forward to SEMA 2026 next year.